You have just found out that you're pregnant and you're overwhelmed with joy, and then reality and uncertainty on what to do next set in. Take a deep breath, relax, because I'm here to give you 5 steps in which you can take after finding out you're pregnant. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Thulithemompreneur here. I film videos on homemaking, motherhood, as well as lifestyles. If you enjoy that type of content, definitely click that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. So there are major things that every mama-to-be has to do in order to ensure a healthy pregnancy. The first thing you need to do when you find out that you're pregnant is to go and see a doctor. Whether you go to a clinic or whether you go to your private doctor, or whether you go and see a gynecologist, but make sure you go and see a doctor. When I found out I was pregnant, I went to a general practitioner and they then referred me to see a gynecologist. So usually what happens when you go to your general practitioner, they give you a list of gynecologists, or you can do your research and find out different types of gynecologists, and then you just go to the one who you feel matches you. So once you have gone to do that, you get checked and you are told how your pregnancy is progressing, whether you suffer from high blood pressure or low blood pressure, whether you suffer from sugar diabetes. There are a lot of ailments that you can suffer from that are caused by the hormones that are in pregnancy. So make sure as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, you go and visit a general practitioner or gynecologist so that they can check all those things. Let me prepare you, mamas. There are a lot of tests that need to be taken, but don't be afraid about them. It actually helps you know how best to deal with your pregnancy, the type of pregnancy you have, because it's different for each and every woman. So my experience may not be your experience. So definitely make sure that you are checked by a professional. The next thing to do is to book at your local clinic, your midwife, your doula, and set up your birth plan. A birth plan is very important because it helps you map out the way of how you would like to give birth. A lot of us plan our births, and most people go through their birth plans as planned. Other people also face a few challenges towards pregnancy, but you always need to prepare for that. So set out a birth plan with your midwife or with your gynecologist or with your doula, and have systems in place where you know what you want to do, how you want to go through the process of giving birth. Other people want to have home births. Other people want to have hospital births. Other people don't know the difference. So do your research, find out whether the home birth is best for you and your conditions, or whether the hospital birth is good for you and your condition. For me personally, I had to have hospital births on both my children because I suffered from gestational diabetes. So with gestational diabetes, there are a lot of risks concerned when it comes to giving birth. So I didn't have the option of giving birth at home. But I did my research prior. Google is your friend, ladies. Google is your friend. Ask questions. Don't be shy to ask questions when you go to see your gynecologist or your midwife. Ask every single thing you want to ask and find out, because this is your body, this is your life. You want to go into a situation where you know exactly what you're getting yourself into when you make a certain decision concerning your pregnancy. Make sure you book your midwife, you book your doula, and have them ready so that they know that when this happens, they are there for you and you've already booked them. In Zimbabwe, you obviously have to pay for them. So you either go to a clinic and a book that they give you, which is called a card, and then you are now their patient. So if anything happens concerning pregnancy, you can always go to them. You also have to make sure you've paid your booking fees at your gynae. I know gynaes have to have a booking fee that is paid to them so that if anything happens to you, they can be there to come and treat you. If you haven't paid their booking fees, they're not going to come, ladies, and that's just how the gynaes here in Zim work. So make sure the first thing you have done is to book your gynecologist. The next thing is to book your clinic or your hospital. So here in Zimbabwe, you have to book your gynecologist and then you have to book your clinic or hospital. Whereas if you go straight to the clinic, you just book the clinic. I think there's a certain amount that you need to pay for the clinic fees, and then that's it. But if you have a gynecologist, you have to book your gynecologist, and then you have to book the hospital where you're going to give birth at. Make sure you do that as early as possible, because if you face any problems during the process of your pregnancy, you just go to your hospital and then they will deal with you because you've already paid a certain amounts. You obviously have probably shortfalls and what towards the birth, but at least they know you are their patient. So if you suffer from anything, you can always go to the hospital where you have booked already. My first pregnancy with Mickey, I had to stay in the hospital for about a week, a month prior to me giving birth, because my gestational sugar had gone so up and it was becoming dangerous for the baby. So I had to be admitted into a hospital. If we hadn't paid those monies, guys, it would have been so expensive. You know, when you're expecting a baby, baby things are expensive, guys. Bringing a life into the world is very expensive. But I'm glad we had paid those fees because it made it simpler for us. I just went to the hospital, got admitted, and then they just deducted the money for that week from the money we had already paid. During those days, you used to get a tour of the hospital, but now because of COVID, I don't think they do that anymore. But they'd give you like a DVD of the hospital so that you can see what it looks like, and they'd actually have a physical tour where you could go to the hospital and see exactly where you were going to give birth, and they'd show you the rooms and everything. So I think for me that's a very good initiative that the hospitals do, because you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and exactly what you're paying for when you pay the monies that they want you to pay later. Usually in your second trimester, by the end of your second trimester for me, is when all this should be in place going into your third trimester. So make sure you have done that and remove the stress from your mind of paying bills, because a lot of things come that need money during the process. So once you've got that off your shoulders, it's a weight taken off your shoulders and you can relax and enjoy your pregnancy, because that's the whole point, relaxing and enjoying your pregnancy. The next thing is to get a scan. I know guys, this is neither here nor there. You can choose to have one or not to have one. Scans are not only about showing the sex of the baby. There's a lot of things that scans can help you identify inside your womb. Like for me, when I was pregnant with my second baby, Miss T, I had fibroids, guys. I went through the process of having fibroids and I didn't know about it until I had gotten a scan. And they told me that no, the baby is there, but you also have two big fibroids. Mine were 10 centimeter fibroids. So that was something that was captured. If I hadn't had a scan, I don't think I would have known. I would have just thought that these are just simple pains and moved on with my life. But that helped me identify that I have fibroids in me that are growing with the baby as well. And it helped me to take the proper measures in making me have a healthy pregnancy and making me give birth to a healthy baby. Scans also help you find out how far gone you are. Not all of us know how to, work this, work that. How many months am I gone? How many weeks have I gone? I, for one, never used to track my period because my period was always irregular. So when I became pregnant, I really didn't know when I got pregnant. Honestly, I didn't really know when I got pregnant. So the scan helped me establish how many weeks gone I was, and helped me know, and it helped the doctor know how far gone I was and how he could, what supplements he could give me at that point in time. The people would say we don't want to waste our money, but for me, I feel like a scan is very important, not only about knowing the sex of the child if you do want to know, but about finding out other problems that you might have within your womb, or identifying other things that might be risking your life. So definitely get a scan done to establish how far gone you are, or to know the sex of your baby. I know when you're first time mama, you really want to know the sex of your baby so that you can prepare and make sure you've bought all the things, and just buy the correct things. If it's a little boy, if it's a little girl, you're so excited and you want to buy the correct stuff for your child. So getting a scan helps you know that. Last but definitely not least is to relax and enjoy the season in your life. It's not easy to create a life, so treasure every moment and have time to bond with your baby or babies. I'm speaking in singular term because I've had singular kids, like I've had one kids, but I know the people who have 2, 3, 4, 5. So spend that time, enjoy that process. It's 9 months, guys. It does fly by. One time you realize you're pregnant, the next you're not. You already have toddlers running around the house. That's just me. That's just how I feel. So treasure that moment when you have with your baby or your babies in your stomach, and bond with them. The most important thing is to bond with your child during that process, creating life, knowing that now you're creating a person, you're creating somebody. Guys, it is such a beautiful thing. It is such a beautiful feeling. So yeah, guys, those are just the few things that I feel you need to make sure you have done so that you can have peace of mind in enjoying the process of your pregnancy, and um, peace of mind for both you and your partner. So much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.